Anyway, let us first listen to this, our sweetheart. She's my baby girl. I love her. Before we go on, okay, I think it should be loud enough. It should be loud enough.
So, if you really look at it,
okay,
moves about this whole. So I'm just coming back from workout. I have to make this video. I'm sorry, but I have to make this video. So, in response to the 30 days challenge going on, I want all Nigerians to take note of this, because when I thought I was crazy, but when I said it to someone, he was like, he's never thought about it this way. So I feel like I'm onto something here, and I'm just saying it for saying sake, because it is true, and I want every Nigerian to try to dissect everything I'm trying to say. So now we know that we have to start holding a few people accountable for what's going on in our country. It's high time we stopped, it's high time we start pointing fingers and holding a few people accountable, because we know that it's a few people running this country, like literally some friend group running this country. Right, so listen to this, right? I'm sorry if this may trigger anybody, maybe church members. But this is what I've noticed for years now. The former vice president of Nigeria, was a redeemed pastor, like a pastor with a redeemed church. The current president of Nigeria, his wife, is a redeemed pastor. The current EFCC chairman of Nigeria is a redeemed pastor. Now, I don't know if you follow this VDM versus Mesichinwo incident, but you realize that
not only that one,
4 lawmakers, judges, and EFCC people that are literally using power to subdue the EZT guy, all of them are redeemed pastors. Now, we have this picture of, hold on, let me show you the picture. So I wanted to put the picture with this video, but technically there's no need, because if you just go on your Google and search Tinubu and Adeboye, you will see countless pictures of them together, both with the wife who is a pastor, both pictures from years ago with Fashola and all of that. Did I say Fashola? Sorry, what was his name? The former president of Lagos State, right? Anyways, so this man, Adeboye, right, who is supposedly the head of pastor, like the most influential pastor in Nigeria, I feel like this man really shouldn't come out and say we should fast for anything, because he's literally somehow in the center of the different powers that have come and gone.
Correct.
And he's telling me he has no influence over them, but he has influence over us, in the sense that there's this video that was trending recently. A woman, when we were doing the End Bad Governance last year, this woman, she was hawking drinks on her head, and when they stopped her, they were interviewing her, she spoke very well. So people, they were questioning her. She's like, she can't even take care of her kid. What was enough to get breakfast for her and her child is no longer enough. But because she spoke so well, they probed more and they asked her more questions, and she's like, yeah, she was working in a big school or something, but the administration changed hands, and the new people that came, in her words, the woman fired everyone and brought in her people. Now, when I heard that, I'm like, what is her people? Is it like her tribal people or her state people? But anyways, as she kept going, she now said, yeah, like the woman is a redeemed pastor, and when she fired everyone, the replacements she brought were all like part of the redeemed church. When you see things here and here and here, you gotta piece them together and understand, because most people, they don't even understand that the world is so much deeper than they think, and not everything is. I don't really believe in coincidences, especially when they happen one too many times. Adeboye has so much power in politics. He's literally a very political person. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, he was one of the people that spearheaded the protest against Goodluck. The same Goodluck that said the USAID with the Obamas, they literally removed him from office and put in whoever they wanted. So like there were a lot of forces against Goodluck Jonathan, maybe because he wasn't doing their bidding or whatever. I'm not saying he was a good president, but during that Goodluck time, when everyone, they were allegedly Obama through USAID started bringing in Boko Haram, Adeboye led the protest against Goodluck Jonathan. So tell me why he's now old buddy, old friend, wife being a pastor in his church is now the president and things are this bad. And this man cannot even say anything to criticize. Well, he's telling us to fast for 100 days, or at least not us. He's telling his people to fast for 100 days. And I'm like, you have this much power. We can literally see you, like if there's a cabal of churches, I don't. There are 3 people I would mention, but the first person would be this Adeboye guy. And I'm like, I see you having this much power. Like, I don't think there's any presidency that has come and gone that either they're your friends or they're pastors in your church. And remember, if you know how this whole church thing works, at the end of the day, it's the man at the top that is the
pyramid, the man at the
establishment. I'm sorry. Adeboye is over here, then all the rest pastors are under. So there is nothing, except let's be honest, if you open the business now, no matter how big that business grows, you should know some of the things going on in your business. At the end of the day, you're the overall head, right? So I feel like this man knows and has control and power of so much to just be a bystander, to just act like he doesn't. Did you get, like, he always try to exclude himself and try to be neutral, when if you really look at his moves and the little things here, redeem pastors. So if you search Google right now and you search redeem pastor this, you will see, oh, redeem pastor 10-year-old girl, redeem pastor killed his wife, redeem pastor slept with
do this one.
So the reason for that is because redeem is like what do they call it? You know how Mr. Biggs, there's Mr. Biggs here, Mr. Biggs here, so it's called like a franchise. They don't really vet their pastors. Allegedly, from what an ex-redeem pastor say, if you have money, they just tell you, okay, set up a church, take our logo. So that's basically like a business franchise. They don't vet the pastors. That's why today redeem pastor did this, tomorrow redeem pastor did this, because at the end of the day, it's just like a one-man's business. I will give you my logo as redeem, put it in your church, but at the end...
Oh yeah, somebody said we should pause. Oh yeah, kindly push up the like button. Let's move the like to about 200 or 100. I don't know how many you have. Let's move the like button. Oh yeah, let's press some like button before we continue. Let's press the like button. Can you see granddaughter? Granddaughter. This girl is oh yeah, the like is 62. Oh yeah, more likes, please. We are about 500 and something, 528. So more like, please. This girl is doing the work, elders. We know we are 540 now. This girl is doing the work of what the older generation, I will keep saying, my generation that I followed, generation those ones followed, they failed us. My generation failed too. I will keep saying my generation is among. We got these people this powerful. We got them this powerful, not knowing we are messing up our future and the future of our children. I grew up to see a beautiful Nigeria. I grew up to see a Nigeria that was working until things started falling apart. And if you look at it, it started when Pentecostal gained ground in that country. Look at most of the things going on. If you are looking for fraudulent people in government, you find them in Pentecostal. Please, let's keep the like button going on. Show some like so people can get to join us. We will get there. And I'm so happy, so proud, very proud. And I hope this girl will not keep quiet. I hope we need our likes to get our people off the hook of these people that call themselves a men of God in disguise, that we think they are God's mouthpiece, but indirectly, what many of them are doing are better imagined. You want to wonder?
At the end of the month, you got to bring money to the headquarters, who at the end of the day bring money to me over there. So if you really look at it, there's like too many moves about this whole Redeemed Church, not just Redeemed Church now, but like a whole lot of things that Nigerians, we really, as much as we're holding political people involved, we really have to understand that these religious leaders at the end of the day are just men, and smart men at that, very smart.
Very smart. I like this. Very smart.
And whatever, but if you really look at it with your inner eyes, you realize there's so many forces going on in Nigeria. It's not just political people now. There's so many people that don't want Nigeria to be better at the end of the day. Because if Nigeria is better, you probably would not need them to pray for you to get that job or...
Please, where are those people that are always abusing Aduuni? Where are you guys? Please come. Did you just hear the last statement before I continue? She said there are many people that will never pray Nigeria will work. And she's indirectly pointing out to most of your God of men. She said, if Nigeria should work, you will not have need to go and pray. We have been saying this for so long. Now, look at your child's age mate. All of you that are always coming to insult me, abuse me. Look at your child's age mate. Some of you, this girl is your granddaughter's age mate. Look at her opening your brain. Telling you prayer is not the key. Telling you pray from now till tomorrow. Nothing will change. And that is why that country has remained the way it is. Not only that, the more they pray, the more they get you busy praying, the more your brain will not function well. And you will not know things are not the way it's supposed to be. You will not hold anybody accountable. And mind you, this girl is only talking about redeem. This is not about redeem alone. Okay? Don't get it twisted. If you are in other denomination, this involves every big Pentecostal churches in that country. What she said involves every big Pentecostal churches. Every one of them that has private jets. If you like, listen to her. If you like, start insulting her too. But it will be a shame if her generation are among the people that will shut this girl down. Because what she has decided to start doing now, I will tell you, it's not an easy job. She's going to get a lot of backlash later. But maybe, hopefully, people are waking up. But she will get to a stage. She will touch a raw nerve. And that is when I started, I had a lot of accolades. A lot of people gathering. enjoying my show, clapping until I started touching raw nerves. And she will get there if she continues. Hopefully, by then, she will have been able to liberate many people too. Take it or leave it. The little I have done, if I stop today, is going to count for even when I'm gone. Because this is not even about people like my age mate. A lot of parents have called me that it has helped them to quickly get a grip of their children from getting too involved inside church. Some, their children have been rescued from pastor's hand. The money that the parents will work for, training a child. Once the child starts work, the pastor is collecting the money. I hope this will continue. We need more young people to wake up and support this girl. She's the younger Aduuni. I call her younger Aduuni. She's my daughter. I adopt her. I like this kind of people. Oh, yeah?
To get that job or to live healthy. So many things would shut down if Nigeria was a good country and people were, actually being taken care of by the government as other countries are. So at the end of the day, we should really just be using our eyes to be looking at all those people one by one. Then we really know the problem or the problems we have in Nigeria. Peace out.
Peace out. God bless you, girl. Very beautiful speech from that girl. So when I saw the video, I listened to it like we have both listened to it together. Then this particular one I'm going to play is a video I have spoken about countless times. Is a video I have questioned, I will continue to question. Is a video I want to believe was part of the reason why we are being affected today. But then, when it was happening in those days, we thought they are doing God's work. When we would gather at the prayer ground, they would tell us, we have today, a governor has come to visit us, and we say, praise the Lord. At the end of the day, we don't know what happened after that. Even if we know, we will not reason it then. But today, we can reason it. This girl used that video. I have used this particular video that I'm going to play countless times. Question the rationale behind the video. Question the motive. Question the people. Ask a lot of questions about that video. That if it is in a normal society, it will be, many people will be arrested and locked up. Let us go ahead and listen to this one. Any suru?
Every politician, the politicians that you guys want us to leave the spiritual leaders and focus on the politician. Every politician has a spiritual father who they go to for advice, who they go to, they bless the pastor with, little token, stolen tokens. A few years ago, Chris Oyakhilom's church had to return millions of naira to one industry like that. Why? Because it was proven that one of their leading staffs stole millions of naira and sent it to the church as tithe and offering. And because of that evidence, the church had to refund those millions of naira. This pastor should not be excluded in what is going on in Nigeria because not only are they politically involved, they've endorsed political leaders, literally made their members vote for political leaders of their choice. So why, if the country is bad, we should exclude them and say they have no this thing whatsoever? A lot of redeemed pastors are involved in politics. That is not a coincidence, and I would not believe you tell me that the man in charge of this redeemed church has little or no influence over these people and what they do. Because remember, he wants someone to give him $1 billion.
That's the video.
That is not a civil servant.
That's the video.
That is obviously either a corrupt politician or a corrupt worker who is stealing money from his office or wherever they work. You, as a Christian, ask yourself, if Jesus Christ existed in our time today, would he be making the moves some of your GEOs are making? Let's be honest. If you want to be really sincere, you realize that these men that our parents grew up, and we also kind of grew up adoring as second in command to God. Again, they are just smart Nigerians who know how to play the game, enrich themselves, have slaves as members. Because the video of the past.
Please help me to give this girl some clap. Oh yeah, let me see some clapping. I'm looking for her page name. I will tell you, I'm looking for the name. Help me to give her some clap. I want to see some clapping hands. Oh yeah, clap for this girl. Clap for this girl. Eba mi funi atewo. Ema ba mi shani atewo. Clap. Ha! Oh, salute. Eba ba mi funi atewo, please. Owo be wa fun. Give us some accolades. Give us some thumbs up. Give us some thumbs up. Did you hear what she called them? Spot on. Right to the... She's nipping it. Going straight. Digging deeper. This one is a big... This is not... I won't say smaller Aduuni. This is a bigger Aduuni. This is a big Aduuni. More thumbs up for this girl. This is a big Aduuni. Right on, girl. We are behind you. Coco, this year. Go on.
His church members eat grass and stuff. Those are also church members of a certain pastor. You cannot tell those members that their pastor is fake. You cannot tell those members that their pastor is just using them. They would swear on their life that you're crazy. So because your pastor does not make you eat grass, does not mean he's not on a more diabolically manipulating role in the society. Also remember, if Nigeria is free of hunger today, you would not need handouts from a lot of these people. They would not need to share their rice. If we really want a change in Nigeria, we should hold everyone accountable because of their actions that we've seen them do.
Exactly.
This thing Adeboye called Tinubu Abraham. This is Tinubu's words when they were ordaining Tinubu's
with
wife
evidence, though,
as a pastor in the Redeem. Allegedly, he said, I can pull this up. He said Adeboye called him Abraham. And when he probed Adeboye, like, what does that mean? He said, Father of Nations. Your GOs are fraternizing with the politicians that you people have agreed are ruining the country.
God bless
so why
you.
should we exclude them when we are holding people accountable for ruining the country?
Aha.
That is my question. These men do not move godly. They do not move like they are for the people. Remember, in the Bible, God challenged a prophet to go to the kings and challenge the kings. But we don't have any Nigerian pastors speaking out. Why is that, if I may add?
Correct. So, Chiton. Okay. So, here we go. I'm so happy, so proud of this young girl. There was a place she was supposed to play.
Yesterday, talking about how Pastor Adeboye is still involved in Nigeria.
There was a place where she was supposed to play.
And ask his members to fast and pray for the country to be better. And the video made me really to be better. And supporting people speaking out. I feel like we should. Sorry,
in that video, there was a place she was supposed to play. I'm looking for her name. I'll let you know. Where she was talking about the 1 billion naira. Did you hear it? Did I miss it? Let me start again, please.
Address this better now. A few years ago, Pastor Adeboye made a statement on his altar. He said, before the church ends, he needs somebody to donate 1 billion naira.
The grace of God can give 1 billion naira. And in the power of Allah, so if 1 billion of such people should please see my secretary in the office tonight for a very special announcement. And then there'll be some of you who can say, Daddy, I wish I can give 1 billion, but all I can afford is 100 million. Some people should also see my secretary after the program tonight.
This was at least 5 years ago. He wants
more than 5 years.
1 billion naira.
More than 5 years.
Do you think it's you that is an everyday Sunday?
I mean, if you have been following me for long, I always refer to this video. And my question is, who are the people? This video is more than 5. This video should be over 10 years ago. Who are the people donating billion? What was their job? Where did they get it from? Who are they? Many of us in our country, Auntie, oh, that person you can see me. Abi, most of us in our country, the local government is not doing their job. They collect allowance, allocation. They collect allocation. Nothing will be done. Bad road, no good school, no maintenance of public infrastructures. Now, the state governments, they are being allocated billions of money, right? And we see them fraternizing with your general overseers. And I've said it, this guy might be using Redeem. Redeem is just like an example. One out of many. Okay, ma. One out of many Pentecostal churches in that country. One out of many of these pastors that has private jets. There was a time the Pandora Papers named about some of your pastors, your general overseers, in money laundry. Laundering money to private islands. And when we talk, you will say, are they the politicians? This is your daughter. Your daughter's age mates. For those of you that are the age mates of this girl, this is somebody that her brain is still functional. This is somebody that her brain has not been taken over by the God of men. This is a young lady that her brain has not been taken over by the Bible said. This is a girl, a young lady that is asking questions. That all the prayers, what has happened to all the prayers? These are people, she's asking a question. She said these are the people that are supposed to speak truths to the powers that be. How come they are quiet, especially at this period of time where life is becoming more tougher by the day? That every Nigeria today is looking for every opportunity to japa. That even if they japa to go and sleep under the bridge, they are ready to. She's asking the question that many of you, she even called you, that you are SLAVE. Logical questions, relevant questions, that many of you, that you think you are serving God, you are worshiping God. They pack you. Thank God for some of us that have liberated ourselves. No, not by ourselves. Situation got us liberated. Yeah, won't follow, Auntie. Thank you, ma. Won't follow it. She's very intelligent. This girl speaks a lot of language on her page. Korea, name it. Very brilliant girl. I've been following her for long. I didn't even know she was the one that did the video until yesterday. Who are the people donating billion that you are holding politicians accountable for money that was transferred to your church? Who are the people donating billions? And you will say politicians are thieves. Where are the politicians taking the money to? Who are the people they are donating it to? For what purpose? She's asking question. And unfortunately, the people that are suffering are still the people enabling them. And you let you enable one. It's in kokon. Her name is okay, show me inbox. Me let see. Auntie, eba mi send si kini ta ma fin chat, kini phone ta fin chat please. Kini le soruko e fa winyo. Or eba mi tele ba le ba mi type e jo ma. See comment section. Okay, mo ti rí ní comment message yín. Okay. Official underscore Grace Angel. Oh yeah. We need more of her.
That he was referring to. These pastors have political sons.
Please just press like. Somebody said they are flagging. Just show some like. That's all we need. This is YouTube. We are good on YouTube.
That 1 billion that Sunday. Now, you as a human being and somebody with the fear of God, would you ever
in quotes, if there's anything like that?
Where did you get it from? 1 billion naira years ago when billion was 2 billions?
Was trillion.
Every politician, the politicians that you guys want us to leave, the spiritual leaders and focus on the politician.
Hello guys, they say we are being flagged, so let's pause for some time. Eba me show love. Show some love. Click on the love button. They say we are being flagged. 2 people have mentioned it now. I hope that many of these girls are type will wake up and start speaking the truth. Apart from the fact that lives are being lost from this, their miracle program or whatever they are doing, the only person benefiting from that their program is the man at the top. Maybe you can get some connection to do business, that's all. But to think going there is what is making you rich or making things work for you. No. You need connection and all the rest. We've been asking questions. Many banks closed down. At least 2 prominent redeemed pastors that we know. Banks collapsed under them. Oceanic Bank, Intercontinental Bank, due to fraud. Could it be they are one of the people donating billion? Because how will somebody just wake up and say, God needs to do something? That God will not provide the money. And the God will say, I need 10 people who by the grace of God can give 1 billion naira each. That is 10 billion naira. One on flag, Arogo. Tori like they kúrò lórí Facebook fún wọn o. They say they are flagging us. No, some people are mentioning that they are flagging about 3-4 people now. One on flag you are. When we are not even on Facebook, let's tell you what we need 10 people who by the grace of God can give 10 billion naira. Mama Yamowo, I will just shake a public fund and transfer it. It has things are not working in Nigeria. About it working. All right, guys, let's just pause for some time. I will still continue with the video. Okay? One on flag. Aha. More people are saying there is flagging. All right. You know what you're going to do? Just let us have some kismet. Aha. People are confirming the flagging. Just press the like button. We need more like button. Press love button. Just more like button will help. Nigeria. 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 You know, I was telling you guys something. I said, even if I keep quiet today, I said I have created that awareness for more of Aduuni type to get up, to speak, to stand up. They are really flagging for real. Want to reduce the views. And YouTube doesn't do that. So they are really flagging. Yeah, they are flagging. They mean not Tiri. On flag, Mutiri. Very bumpy. I've noticed they are flagging for real. You know what? Tom, Bajeka continue. We will come back. Yeah, it's because they are flagging. I've noticed too.
What are you listening to?
I'm trying to access it here and see what's going on. Please zoom out of the comment section and like. Oh yeah, please kindly press some like button. And you know what? Okay, I should play some music. It's so sad. And you know what? The people that are really working for them are hungry people. They are people that will never benefit anything from them. That even when they have problem, they will not help them. And they can feel this. Let's put some music. Wọ́n torí àjàjà. Àjà níta ló ń jà lẹ́ǹkùlé òun. But you know what? Unfortunately, the damage done cannot be repaired in the next 10 years. It's still breaking. Just keep pressing the love button. In case you don't know where to press the love button on YouTube, let me show you. So, this is the show that you are watching now. So just go to your extreme right. You will see this love button there and you press, okay? Once you press, it comes up. Then you go to the top one and just keep clicking. That's all you need to do. One break, eh? They will flag. You know, we are talking about their godfather. Is the godfather of every other Pentecostal pastors in Nigeria. They are copying him. Is their mentor. Is their mentor. Is the one they are looking up to. Is the one that they are following his footsteps. And I keep saying this. The damage done, we are not feeling it yet. Take it or leave it. We are not feeling it yet. Especially if you are in Nigeria. You are not feeling it yet. The damage done. Want it Wambi? Yes, Rich Tiger, you are right. You are really getting them. Want it Wambi? Want it Wambi? They are really flagging. And I think what they are probably doing is probably reporting the video. Well, they bring it down. This is why YouTube is better for you show by. Okay, you can't find the love button. The love button is here. The people that are really... Let me show you. Okay. This is the show, right? I don't know how you are watching. Either on TV or... If you are using your phone, I think it's much easier to access. So if you are using your phone, just put it on this... standing this way. Then here you see the love button. You click on it. It's actually at the extreme end. Once you click, it comes up. Then you click it here. Or whatever reaction you want to put. Either laughing, shock, or whatever. Coffee. 1 minute, wow. I'm very sure. When I came out and I said, I don't want to talk about you guys again. You are very happy. I'm very sure you were very happy. It's better let her go and sit down. Younger, stronger, bigger Aduuni. I will call her my bigger me. Because like I always say, I don't call my children mini me. I call them greater me. Bigger Aduuni has come up. Show us how to like the video. Okay. Oh, easy. So this is the video we are watching now. Right? This is the video you are watching now. Just click on this X by your right, to your extreme right. You see it. You click on it. You click the love button. Then this comes up. Then you go to the top one, whichever you want to click. This is love. This is laughing. This is celebration. This is shock. and 100. So they don't have angry or whatever there. So just keep, press more like, as just keep pressing. You don't have to, it doesn't matter what is reading. If you keep pressing, they're not counting the likes like per se. They only counted how many people have pressed the like. Okay, you have seen it, good. I just explained TT. It's not on your phone. Carry your phone this way. Don't watch it this way. If you carry it this way, you might not see the love button. But if your phone is standing, it's there on the right by the extreme end. That's not how to like. That's not how to like. Emma Binu. Oh, sorry. Go to where the show is. Click here. Thank you. You are right. My voice has been gagged again. Anyway, this is where you like. Sorry, somebody just, you are right. I was showing the wrong like. That like matters too. That one I show you matters too. But this is actually the like you are supposed to press. This one. Under the show. Remove the comments and you see where you are supposed to like. Yes, you close the chat. Yes. Close the chat. Then you press the like. So we have 268 now. I just added my own likes to it too. So thank you. Leave the comment section to go and press the like, but you'll still be watching the video. Thank you very much. Anyway. It's so sad. It's very, very sad. You know, they know the power of religion. And that is why they are encouraging the religion to continue to grow and gain roots in our midst. They know this is a very powerful tool. Okay, 273 now. Okay. 290 now. It's 290 now. Thank you very much. They know the power of religion. They know it's a very strong tool to old people. And they know that once people are captured, forget it. They can't think straight. Even when they are being punished, they will clap for the person that is punishing them. Even when the person over there is messing them up, they will keep clapping. Now, after they have messed up the economy, they are asking people to be fasting 100 days. Fasting 100 days. Since people have been fasting, you remember one boy came out, what's the guy's name, that they arrested. And their GO said he was not involved. Only for us to see that they were actually involved in the arrest of that guy. That they were actually involved in the arrest of that guy. When that guy, of course, the guy used some strong words that I don't approve as well. But of course, you can't tell people how to react. And come to think of it, presidents of the world have been called names and all that. Nobody arrests them. These people have made themselves some strong force in that country that they work with every sector of that country. Every seeking, God bless you. Every sector of that country, they have their people there. 8 billion naira. They are still on that case of 8 billion naira. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody has made any arrest. EFCC, this like they confirm, they said the leader of EFCC is one of their members. So in that kind of country, please tell me who is going to arrest who when they do bad thing. Look at the case of Mercy Chinwo too. When I tell you they are fraternity, and you are just under them to be used. They are caucus, they are fraternity. If not, the case of Mercy Chinwo and Easy, why did they carry that guy to all the way to Ilorin from the jurisdiction of where the case happened? Thank you, Edu JJ. Please go to the comment section, the like section, close your app and press this thing. Look at what they did to that guy. They took him all the way. How many people do we know they are using power on? Somebody said the MFM pastor member came out and apologized and mentioned my name. Please, I think I saw the video, but I didn't watch it. I'll watch the video later. Oh yeah, let's go on and listen to this girl. This says, who are the people donating the billions? What job are they doing? How are they getting it? Who is investigating where their money came from? She mentioned a case of somebody. There was this guy that did MMM Ponzi in, what is it called? In Christ Embassy. That guy, despite all the billions that guy stole from the public, the guy is walking around freely in Nigeria till today. A redeemed pastor scam people of millions of naira, visa scam. We call on them. You were there on that live show when I called the lawyer, their lawyer. Immediately she heard my voice like this. She went off the phone and she blocked me immediately. And those are the people you call people of God. If that is the God you people are introducing, may I never have anything to do with that God. That's your God. It's not worth having as a God. A God that is seeing everything going on. That is seeing that these people that are saying, we are of God, we are of God. He is seeing everything they are doing to people. And that same God, after everything, will still say, people should go and still continue to fast. 100 days. inside hunger. Anyway, let's continue.
Politician has a spiritual father who they go to for advice, who they go to, they bless the pastor with, little token, stolen tokens. A few years ago, Chris Oyakilomi's church had to return millions of naira to.
Okay, we've listened to all this.
Like why? Because it was proven that one of their leading staffs stole millions of naira and sent it to the church as tithe and
God has nothing to do with what they are doing. Hold on.
The church had to reform.
God has nothing to do with what they are doing. Where is that person that say it is grace of God? What is grace of God? Who is saying this is grace of God? What is the grace of God? The way they are making money out of people. Man is the one saying all those stuff, not God. God has nothing to do with what they are saying. That is the grace of God. What is grace of God? The way they are making money or what? Lady Boss, how are you?
Those millions of naira. This pastor should not be excluded in what is going on in Nigeria, because not only are they politically involved, they've endorsed political leaders, literally made their members vote for political leaders of their choice. So why, if the country is bad, we should...
This is another mistake ordinary people are making. People, the citizens, we. When the election is coming, they all have their favorites, right? You would think at the end of the day, if that their favorite does not win, they will distance themselves from the one that wins. But unfortunately, you will find out that when their candidate does not win, they are already fraternizing with the current one, the person that will win. You want to ask yourself why. The same people that was routing for Obi during Obi time, when Obi was going from one place to the other. Today, many of them are not saying anything again. Apart from that, it was during this period, one of them, airstrip license, he has not gotten. He has been looking for since Buhari time. That Buhari refused, thank you, Lady Boss. Buhari refused to give him. He got that airstrip. Immediately, this new one enter. You want to ask yourself how? Why? You want to ask yourself, what is their relationship? You want to ask yourself, we think they were not close. They didn't like this man. They didn't want this man. How come this man was approved? The same airstrip, they refused to approve for years for him. But immediately this one entered, less than 2 years, a year plus, the airstrip was approved. Some people even came out to say, no, don't give airstrip to somebody. At this time, their insecurity is so much in the country. Money laundering is on the high side. Nobody said, they said they are not taking it, they're giving it to him. That they are giving it to him in a country. And this same person that has airstrip, please, you want to ask yourself, how many times does he travel out of the country? Does he travel out? Does he even leave the country? What is the purpose for that airstrip? We have not seen anything. We have not seen anything. What's sad?
Exclude them and say they have no this thing whatsoever. A lot of redeemed pastors are involved in politics. That is not a coincidence, and I would not believe you tell me that the man in charge of this redeemed church has little or no influence over
the government
and what they do. Because remember, he wants someone to give him $1 billion before the church ends. That is not a civil servant that can give that money. That is obviously either a corrupt politician or a corrupt worker who is stealing money from his office or wherever they work. You, as a Christian, ask yourself, if Jesus Christ existed in our time today, would he be making the moves some of your GOs are making? Let's be honest. If you want to be really sincere, you realize that these men that our parents grew up, and we also kind of grew up adoring as second in command to God. Again, they are just smart Nigerians who know how to play the game, enrich themselves, have slaves as members. Because the video of the pastor who made his church members eat grass and stuff, those are also church members of a certain pastor. You cannot tell those members that their pastor is fake. You cannot tell those members that their pastor is just using them. They would swear on their life that you're crazy. So because your pastor does not make you eat grass, does not mean he's not on a more diabolically manipulating role in the society. Also remember, if Nigeria is free of hunger today, you would not need handouts from a lot of these people. They would not need to share their rice. If we really want a change in Nigeria, we should hold everyone accountable because of their actions that we've seen them do.
It's out there.
This same E.A. Adeboye called Tinubu Abraham. This is Tinubu's words when they were ordaining Tinubu's wife as a pastor in the Redeem. Allegedly, he said, I can pull this up. He said Adeboye called him Abraham. And when he probed Adeboye, like, what does that mean? He said, Father of Nations. Your GOs are fraternizing with the politicians that you people have agreed are ruining the country. So why should we exclude them when we are holding people accountable for ruining the country?
Thank you,
That
Joe.
is my question.
You've done well.
These men do not move godly. They do not move like they are for the people. Remember, in the Bible, God challenged a prophet to go to the kings and challenge the kings. But we don't have any Nigerian pastors speaking out. Why is that, if I may add?
Beautiful speech by our daughter. I never said, I'm trying to correct somebody now. I never said she's Adeboye'S granddaughter. I said Adeboye'S granddaughter's age mate. If I make mistake, I will correct my title. Adeboye'S granddaughter's age mate. I said, called him out or correct him. Somebody say, a pastor that is married to an allergy. How is that possible? With money, it is possible. Neka, with money, it is possible. If they are not rich, it will not be possible. Assuming as she's a pastor, they don't have money and her husband is allergic, they will have told her to divorce the man. But because it is the rich, this is one of the things that is making me question this religion. Because once it is applicable to the rich, everything goes. They excuse everything and everything. But when it is involving somebody that is not rich, then that is when Bible will start talking and the people will start talking. And the pastor will have laws, rules, and why you are not holy. But that aside, Aduuni has always been talking. I will be stopping very soon. I have been asking questions. And it's obvious, the younger ones, some of the younger ones, very few of them, are beginning to see what we are saying. And I'm glad a girl as young as this lady is able to speak these bitter truths. She's able to speak this bold truth. This is not something anybody can just come up and talk about. Especially considering the way Adeboye is placed in that country. The way many people see Adeboye. In fact, many people take him to be God. And once you mention him, before you know it, you will be attacked. Not only attacked, ostracized, victimized. In fact, you will be given all sorts of names. I know what I faced in these 2-3 years, going to 4 years that I started this journey. Even though, when I tell people I never set out to do this, I don't know how I got into it. It wasn't what I set out to do. I just found myself like something speaking through me, not me. And the more I talk, the more I begin to see. The more I begin to see and question a lot of things. One of it is, how can a church be very rich? Sad. But because you are inside it, you can never understand. How can somebody be very rich? Somebody that has never worked. Okay, you want to talk Elizabeth again, get across to me on my WhatsApp, Timba Sheton, or inside Messenger in case. Be very rich. Thank you, Sophia, for subscribing. And you have people under you, hungry. Remember I said I was part of them? I used to be a pastor in Redeem. I started questioning them as a pastor's wife, where we will collect offering and tithe and everything, and we will send it to the headquarters. And we have people who are hungry, who needed help, and we cannot touch the money. I started questioning them from there, even though one could not speak out then. As we are talking now, there is so much unemployment in Nigeria. There is so much hunger in the land. As we are talking now, people are doing anything and everything to escape poverty. And that includes deleting people. It's as bad as that. And in that country, a church has an existing church that is very huge. In fact, like a community, very big. And that same church is using about $500 million to build another church to compete with the world. A 70-plus-year man is using $500 million. In this country, a woman gave 1 billion naira to school to help the medical students, to encourage them. Tell me who has touched lives between the two. The one that has built a church where people will go only once in a week, and all they will do is to pray. And what they will be praying for is to have a job, to have a food to eat. And somebody donated ×2 of that money to a school and say all the medical students should go to school, should have to be able to go to school, pay their debts easily, and be good in school, and just to make schooling easy for them. By the time those children will finish school and go into the society, they will take care of health, take care of many things in the lives of people. $1 billion, not 1 billion naira. And somebody used $500 million to build a building and is boasting that the place is stadium-like. What a waste. Like the Israeli ambassador called one of the churches. He said, what a waste. He said this will have benefited the youths. I wouldn't want to waste such money for where somebody will come once in a week and the mumu doctor and his wife, both of them call themselves doctors. And they were laughing like somebody that they put out iron inside their brokers and inside their nyash. I say, look at these people. They are making mockery of you. And you are laughing. What a waste. What a monumental waste. That will have impacted generations yet unborn. What many of us are benefiting in this country. What we are benefiting in this country is what some people, that public school where your children are going, people fund it. Rich people help the government. In your own country, where we came from, the government is helping the church rather than helping the people. A military man was arrested some time ago in Nigeria. In his account, while tracing his account, they found out that in that account, huge sum of money was transferred to a church. If the pastor was an upright man, like you call them holy man of God, they've told him the money was a stolen fund. What are they supposed to do? Transfer it back to the government. But now so them close mouth. For this girl to speak, for this girl to lend her voice, she must have thought deeply. Good enough. Some of you may not know her. I've mentioned her page on Instagram. Official_Grace Angel. Grace Angel is together. She's a polyglot. People who speak many languages. And she teaches, I think she teaches language too. She's lucky to be very brilliant. And she has surpassed what many people cannot do by creating job for herself. Because only God knows her background. Before she looks at it and says, this is not what I want for my life. And because she's very intelligent, many of you, even your intelligence, the little intelligence where you get, now inside church, they finish. Because by the time you start going to church, and pastors start telling you, it is time to pray. If you don't pray very well, prayer is the key. Prayer has opened doors, and they begin to tell you crazy, useless testimony. 10 years ago, I remember when we were to lay the foundation of this church, and I spoke to God on my knees. I said, God, this church will not beg or borrow. You were not there when they were raising money. You were not there when some people will go and steal public funds and donate for them. And they will start telling you, by the special anointing on this mount, on this altar, we've got a miraculous supply. Where is that miraculous supply coming from? Now we are understanding. We've got a miraculous supply, and that is why you can see this beautiful edifice that we have built. Not knowing, maybe that money that they used to build that edifice was money that was meant for infrastructure in your community, in your local government, in your states, to make life better. Upon how rich we are as a country, many people do not have access to medical services, medical help. School, zero. If you don't have money, you can't even your child cannot even go to good school in that country. Everything mismanaged, messed up. They will trace church money to church, public funds to church. Church will not refund the money. There are so many things, job they can create in that country, but they would rather have church. And government is looking. We have been screaming that we don't want no more church in that country. And yet, pastors are raising up every day. Go to TikTok to know how much our people now believe so much in this prayer. Even if you are intelligent, once you start going under them, that your intelligence will be reducing to 0 before you know it. So now tell me, people who believe it is prayer, 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 tell me how they can invent something. Tell me how their brain can function. Tell me how their brain can work. Somebody that they have told that it is prayer that divided the road for them. They are going on the road and suddenly they pray and God expand the road. Why will they, if educated people, students in engineering, building, architecture and everything, they are believing that kind of story. Tell me if they will give jobs to that kind of people and they will do the job very well. I went to pick my son in the airport a few hours ago. And we went through a certain road. They are building some rail. And my son was explaining the rail and everything, how the rail is going to work and everything for me. And I said, I said, these people with their brain, are we saying we don't have such brain? Or we are not being allowed to use such brain? Because this kind of brain comes with utilizing it. But if you are looking for a country that drains brain, that messes up brain, unfortunately, as the most popular country with brilliant people, black country, we are number 1. If we can be named as number 2nd in the most poor country and the most praying country, number 2 in praying, what is the invention we are doing? Now this girl, go to her page. I was watching her yesterday. I was smiling all through. I am so proud of her. And I hope she continues.
Hello, people. So I made a video yesterday. Trying.
I'm coming, though. I want to show you one of our video.
Hey, Jack.
No, not this one. I was smiling all through watching this.
Korean.
Sorry.
Actually say 안녕하세요 in 2025. But we hear them say and get this sound something like 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
That's Korea she's speaking, though.
죄송합니다.
That's Korea.
죄송합니다. 죄송합니다. So
this is an asset.
Korean classic. 안녕.
Imagine
안녕.
if this girl has been told that prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Do you think she will achieve this? The way you will know that this business is very sweet. Look at all of them. Once their children are done with school. Once their children are done with school, the next thing is for their children to come and take over. They have lawyers among their children. They have engineers. They have medical students, doctors and all that. Instead of their children practicing, they will tell them to come and take over. And you are a child of nobody. That your parents do not have any inheritance for you. You will be blindly following them. And you'll be using their children as a yardstick. Their children that don't have work. For your eyes, their children have work. Mention the last born of this papa, aeronautic engineer. Aeronautic engineer. Look at what he has become. Following his father up and down. Aeronautic engineer at his prime. Look at the kind of thing they have laid and put in his hand to continue. Those are the people you are fashioning your own life after. And suspending your brain to answer. You are suspending your brain to embrace the rubbish and nonsense that prayer is the key. Who told you prayer is the key? Thank you, Lady Temi. Lady Tem. That's our official handle. Or our Instagram page. They have made a lot of brains to be dumb, to be dormant. An average Nigeria wants to wake up, even here. There was a program I went not long ago. I was pissed off. I was pissed off. As in, really pissed off. I was like, what's the problem of these our people? Must they bring everything church into a program? Must everything church come into a program that has got nothing to do with religion? When my daughter graduated, I posted the video, though I've deleted. I was there. They started the program. No prayer. They were doing the program. No prayer. They did not say, Oh yeah, all the graduates, come and line up. All you mothers and fathers, like I saw some parents, one video, they said some children are graduating as a medical student somewhere, and they were telling the parents to start praying for them. I said, look at these people. Pray for what again? They've graduated, let them go into the field and prove what they went to school to do. Pray for what? At the end of the day, many of them will not even get job. They will still have to japa. At the end of the day, many of them, their parents will still look for money to send them abroad to come and do masters so they can get a job. What are you praying for? Just what? You can't pray for your child to succeed? No, stop deceiving yourself. You can only wish. You can't pray for a child to pass in school. You can only wish. You can't pray for a child to do what they are supposed to do. You can only do your part as a parent, and they follow suit. Throughout the program, during the graduation, they were giving the students their certificates and scroll, and they were going. That was all. After the program, nobody prayed for anybody. We did not even do closing prayer. We did not even start 12 opening prayer. But in my own country, we will first start with opening prayer, followed by declaration, followed by sermon, followed by prophesying, followed by now let us stretch forth our hands. At the end of the day, a program of less than 2 hours, 5 hours, we are still there. Time wasters, brain drainers. That is who we have become as a people, all in the name of religion. And the government know. And that is why the government will continue to encourage it. Remember, every year, they allocate billions of naira for pilgrimage, both to Jerusalem and to Saudi Arabia, enriching another country. Meanwhile, they are all just trying to steal by doing that. They will allocate billions. How much do they give to people that travel? Corruption. Corruption. The same thing goes for people that goes to Jerusalem. Now, the same Jerusalem you go, they have been fighting there in that country, right? Why can't they use prayer to stop it? Why has prayer not stopped what is happening in that country? The same God of Israel that you call on. If it is you, one pastor will tell you. Anyway, they've told you already. They say it is their prayer that has kept Nigeria warm. But their prayer has not been able to stop all the ritual deleting in that country. Because it has not come to them. They have security. If their prayer is working, they should not go out with security guard. If their 100 days fasting is working, even their son should go out of the streets and travel from Lagos to Ibadan without security guard. Why are those people not applying prayer? Prayer is their key. Fasting and prayer works. After they've collected your first fruits, they give you fasting. So you will not feel the pangs of the hunger. It's unfortunate as they are collecting from you, they are still joining politicians to finish your life. And you know what? All this foreign country, me, I don't pity anybody again. I'm not defending anybody. I just they speak. That's why I say I'm not talking about you guys anymore. Their prayer is working. A lot of things are happening in that country. Their prayer has not stopped it. Abi? Ordinary lights. As mumu as we are, Nigerians gather around transformer, praying for transformer. Hey! Praying for transformer. And some people will say, if you don't have faith, your faith will work for you. You are so messed up, you don't know you are messed up. Your faith will work for you. The faith of a righteous man standeth up for him. You start quoting what the people that gave you that Bible, that wrote it, printed in China, making China richer every day. It's what is not working for them. You are applying it to your own situation and to the situation and life of your family. And the government knows. They are helping the government. They are partnering. All of them are partners. Politicians. They say many people are doing money laundering among them. Nobody is saying anything. And they keep increasing every day. Pastor keep increasing every day. Church keep increasing every day. Aren't we ashamed of ourselves? Other countries are developing in industries and everything. The only thing we are developing in is church and church and church. And when they tell you, say, oh, this is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our sight. The church of God is smashing on. And the gates of hell will not prevail against it. And I don't catch another gate of hell, you. This is another anti-Christy. When I go cash? After Aduuni. This is another younger Aduuni. Making I go cash am. Nothing must happen to this girl. Nothing must happen to this girl. Because your God is powerless. You even use police now. You don't even have power. So your prayer cannot even arrest anybody. Now police and EFCC and courts, now they used to fight now. What happens to your vengeance is of your Lord. They have flagged us again. As if you're down the Pema worry. What happens to vengeance belongs to the Lord? It's not working anymore. Why is no pastor talking about what is going on in the country? Why can't they call Tinubu to order? The way Baba Adeboye, rightly, during Jonathan's time, went to the streets to protest. And when he was thinking, this guy will enter. What's this guy's name? The vice president, that short man. What's his name again? Oshu. What's the name of our former vice president? He wanted that man to enter. I remember he even fought Tinubu during that time. They have gone to beg Tinubu underground. Oshibajo, thank you. They wanted Oshibajo then. I remember at that time, I did a show because he came out. Fight, you know, he was so upset. Again, the video. That video should be on my YouTube channel because that was the time I was really having serious issue on Facebook. So I think I did it on YouTube. I think the title was Who Vexed Baba Adeboye? Mumbo, I want to make reference to it. I didn't know I was going to, but since I mentioned it, let me see if I will see it. I remember it came out that time. He was really, really upset. Very, very upset. Talking about the oil rig and everything. I say, Baba, is it today that you are just knowing that Nigeria has problem? But now, why did he keep quiet? Why is he not saying anything again? The wife is still a member. Somebody was saying, why is the wife a member? Why the husband is an allergy? It's only when you are poor. That video should be somewhere on my page. I remember I said, who vexed Baba Adeboye? Waiting the shell. Video poor. Too many videos. Too many videos. This was when his son abandoned Kaduna project.
Now that I'm single and putting my...
That Kaduna project now, we are not hearing anything about it anymore. 8 billion naira.
I realize that our problems are not spiritual.
At all.
Our problems are rather physical. But we have Yahoo in different sectors. A lot of people think that it's only those young boys who have been rendered jobless who press computer are Yahoo boys. But there's so many Yahoos. Yahoo starts from government. Government is the original Yahoo. And we also have Yahoo in police system. We have Yahoo in judicial system. The real Ogak of all the Yahoo is churches and mosques. Man! Go straight to the point. And a lot of you are going to curse yourself because you guys don't have sense. Pastors have stolen your conscience, your mind, your money, and everything. They made you unemployed. They made you not have your children in school. They made your road unmotorable. Just the same thing government are doing because they become the Uncle Tom. You know, when the white people left us, thinking that we are not dependent, we're not dependent. We don't have an independent. They left us for some criminals who came, you know, as a pastor. Now look at what Redeemed Church, the son did. Very stubborn, very rude and nasty son of this.
The man vexed.
Lagos to Kaduna State to meet Arrow 5. He took a contract of 8 billion. 8 billion. The contract, he didn't do it, abandoned it. The contract was also reviewed. More money was added to it. He didn't do it. And the EFCC chairman, President Chairman, is from Redeemed Church. Now, the criminal-minded, Redeemed Church's son, whatever his name is, very, criminal-minded. This is a man who told us that he had breakfast with Nigeria, with God and Lord Jesus Christ and Savior.
He drank tea.
My question is, did you have tea with him, or did you have a bite, or did you have a widow Amala with Jesus. You didn't tell us that. The same man again who told us that when he was going to America, it was snowing because he was going to do he could say he stopped the snow. This is weather. Weather. No one has ever done that before. Because the man has dementia, and most of his followers also have dementia. They have lost their senses. They believe anything this old man will tell them. Even when they tell them to go and die, they will die. The man will tell you to be fast and shaking your head like you will shake your head. And you think that you are going to make heaven with that. You don't even enjoy this life that we are living, that we understand that yes, in life we're supposed to have water, we're supposed to have food, you know, we're supposed to have infrastructures and all that.
I will repost this video.
Because God does not build bridges. This man, keep lying to people. You call him GO. Now, the son took 8 billion from Kaduna, where you have Amajaris, where you have children who are out of school, where you have one of the highest child death mortality.
Yeah.
You know, where you have uneducated women who are supposed to be educated with this money. And nothing happened. Because he went to court, judiciary in Nigeria that is very corrupt. You know, with the help of his church member in EFCC, in the Federal Police Office, with all the connection he has, to go and get an injunction. So, the money of Kaduna State can just go like that in vain. Now, I ask myself questions. What shall it profit the son of a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Some of you motherfuckers who hasn't got it right. The white people gave you Christianity. Today, the white people are closing churches and turning those churches to factories.
They are selling them, yeah?
Because of their children, so that they can be gainfully employment. But in Nigeria, it's opposite. We are rather closing factories. Factories. That our children will work and turn them into churches. Nigeria is the only country you have a capacity of 100,000 people sitting in the
sitting capacity. God bless you, Baba.
Capacity where you have 1,000 people working in the factory. What an abysmal failure. How do we get here?
Momental failures.
I have said that we are alien to democracy. We need something very drastic. So that if this is in China and the son of a general overseer of who owned the Redeemed Church, he will be executed publicly in the marketplace. Or they will ask to execute his son. In China, I am not lying. The law should not be meant to criminalize the poor like us only. The law should also be applicable to the rich. What does Oyediko want in life? Why
the Baba
stealing?
Not be small cause you.
He paid the father 10% of the 8 billion, which was
Earning a bachelor's degree shouldn't complicate your busy life.
The man scatter ground. That man scatter ground. We should repost this video. He scatter ground. I'm still looking for that one where your father in the Lord was crying about hold on. Video is a popular page me. Mama Wani. And so person go they look for your video is too much. Atrocity in Tepoju. I will repost it, Emmanuel. I think one should repost this video. Let me start recording it before I will forget. I will repost it. We should repost this type of video. At least because of what is even going on now. I will repost it. It's just a like 6-minute video, so I'm recording it already. Let's also. While other countries are building factory, 100 seating capacity, we are building church, 100 seating capacity. And yet, when we are talking, they will say, blame everything on government. Blame everything on government. Who are the people working along with the government? You think a normal politician will waka and spoil his career like that? They have strange bedfellows. They have strange bedfellows. Now we are talking. They went to go and raise somebody to be arresting somebody. They went to pay him to be arresting people for them. Why didn't you go and arrest Showore? Why didn't your Polagama, the Christian Youth Association or whatever he called himself, the Youth Christian Association, why can't he go and arrest Showore? When Showore was saying, all your pastors, all the general overseers, he said they failed in school. That if they didn't fail in school, they won't go into pastor work. They cannot survive. They cannot succeed in any field. And they thought the only means to succeed is to go and start church. Because it is the easiest way to make money. Because there is always one mumu somewhere. There is always one mumu that will help them to build that empire. And that is what we are seeing. Here, if you see anybody going to church, You need to listen to apology video made for you, and I will hear it. So that video is downloaded. Okay, we'll come and watch it together tomorrow. Don't worry, tomorrow all of us will watch it together. Let me try and download it, then we'll watch it together. Tebango, it is finished. I won't say it is completely finished, but I won't say it for our generation to see changes in that country will be tough. It will be very tough because things have been messed up. It has become more like a part of the system and acceptable thing. Because there are some people that religion has eaten so much into their brain, they will not let anybody say anything. I put the break secret, so I hope the video is still there. I'll go and look at it. I'll watch it. That is the situation we are in. Some people have escaped, like I said, but many will still chop Chege Pro Max. Me oh go mo kon rishai ni. And your contact me see so mo rishai. I was not myself, guys. I was very tired. So I was just sleeping all through. It's so complicated now, and it has become a norm and a system. Remember, there was a pastor that was arrested in Abuja for money laundering. And they later said, also recorded voice of note of Akeji. Okay. Okay, we analyze it. They arrested one pastor. What's the guy's name again? In Abuja, that is always doing the same system like Adeboye'S. That guy was arrested. That same day, they said it was a senior pastor that called, and they released him without investigation. Without investigation, they just allowed the person to go just like that. So I'm so glad. I have to leave now. Thank you everyone for joining me. This is a video. This is somebody that should be encouraged. We appreciate this lady speaking up. She might not want to speak anymore, but she has spoken a very strong truth. Strong truth. Yes, Bolaji. She has spoken strong truth to our generation. To our generation and generation yet unborn. I am glad she lent her voice to what is going on. Because if heaven is somewhere, your pastors will be the ones to really show the way. But because they know the depth of religion. I don't know what it's about. I'll watch the video. They know the depth of religion. And that is why this last video that we watched, the man said, oh, you both don't do it whole. They can't use that religion, hand over, make our people continue it. On this note, I really have to go. I'm so glad that somebody like her is coming out to speak. And honestly, it's cheering more the hunger in me to continue, not to keep quiet again. Because if we, the older ones, do not talk, if we keep quiet, many things that we did, that brought many errors we committed, the younger ones will still commit it without them knowing. So we cannot afford to keep quiet. At least let's save people from all these people called men of God first. And I keep saying it, without people getting out of their grip, Nigeria is going nowhere. Because they are the one helping them to hold people down. Religion is the first tie. Make I not talk too much. So guys, thank you very much. If there was heaven, Oyibo people would never tell. Don't mind them. Oyibo people, when they close church, when they start their church now, you will see some of the churches now bury their ground and turn them to. You know, thank you for contributing my part. Thank you very much for joining. All right, guys, I will see you again tomorrow. That particular video, we'll watch it together, analyze it, and listen to it. I will have listened to it today, then probably the important part, cut it out. Then we'll talk about it. I saw the video. I heard the guy talking about MFM and all that. I was like, MFM have started their Wahala again. Me, I just posted it and move on. So, anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye. It was nice having you. So I'm back fully. Yes, I'll come out tomorrow. I'm a judge by our usual time. So, bye guys. Yeah, not only eloquent, she speaks a lot of languages. So she teaches people languages, and I'm sure she's making good money from it. Anytime from 11 a.m. I'm not an early riser. 11 a.m. Anytime from 11 a.m. I'll put the time before I sleep, so you will get to know.